All right, do us a favor. Hit the likes button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button. And this is L.S.O.T.B, left side of the brain. Just doing a quick video for you today. This is a edifying video for the Jags. The Spirit dropped something inside of my soul, and he told me to deliver this message. And I'm gonna go behind this building. I'm at the park and everything. It's real nice out here. It's about 8:30-ish, still daytime. Weather is nice. I feel like it's about, 78. It's nice out here. But what I want to talk about is the essence of quietness. There is an essence in quietness and serenity. And what does it all mean? Because, on this journey, we speak about life inside of the HPB realm. We deal with topics that, flies over the head of most people. So today we want to talk about the essence of quietness. Now, when you look around you, right? You see the trees, you see the birds, you see the grass, you see the blue sky. You see all of these things, right? When you look into nature itself, what is the one thing that connects you to the natural world around you? You know what that one thing is? Quietness. The essence of quietness. When you are quiet and you by yourself, you just like everything that's around you that's silent. You become one with everything in your room, the trees, everything. You become one with the bird perched up on a tree limb. As soon as you shut up and just be quiet, you just like everything else around you that's sitting quiet. That's simple, right? But that's the beauty in it. Quietness is very simple, but yet it's the most simplest thing that connects you to everything. Quietness is the essence of everything. It's peace, it's quiet. You become one. If you look at an inanimate object just sitting on a desktop, if it's quiet and you are quiet, guess what? You share a similarity with that inanimate object. It's quiet, you are quiet. You're at peace with the inanimate object. You can be looking at fish inside of an aquarium. They're not saying a word, but that's the commonality between you and that fish at that moment. When you staring that fish in his eyes and he's staring you in your eyes, you both are animals at that point. No communication, just quietly observing each other. Which brings up my next point. The only thing that separates us from animals is our language. We speak a certain language And animals speak in a certain type of way. A dog may bark, a cat may meow, a bird may chirp, a pig goes oink oink, a cow goes moo. But when they are sitting quietly, there is no difference between any animal, any human. You just quiet. Imagine a spider sitting up in a web and it's sitting there quietly. And imagine you laying on your bed quietly. What's the difference between you and that spider at that moment? At that moment, what's the difference? Absolutely nothing. You just a living, breathing, quiet individual. The spider is in the corner quietly minding its business. You laying on the bed quietly minding your business. Quietness brings a simple understanding. You walking past a stranger. Like me, I'm at the park right now. I happen to walk past a stranger. I'm quiet. He's quiet. We didn't say anything to each other. Our quietness is what connected us. As strange as that sounds, you would think, oh, me talking to that person connected me to that person. Sometimes opening your mouth to a person does more damage than good. Think about that. Have you ever been out in public and you speak to someone and then you regret you spoke to them? They say something stupid. They end up saying something stupid and you be saying to yourself, man, I wish I didn't even start this conversation. I've been like that plenty of times. And then you don't know how to end the conversation. That's why most conversations end awkwardly. People you don't know, and then at the end of the conversation, you be like, well, okay, because you realize once you spoke to that person, that's when you realize that you really didn't have anything in common with that person. So the conversation, it ends awkwardly. And that's why I always say, don't do a lot of communicating with strange people, primarily HPBs. Even on this channel, when I communicate with people, I'm speaking to you based upon the information that's related to our subject matter. See, when you get off topic and you start talking about foolishness and Hollywood gossip and all, that's when problems come. A wise man seldom speaks. Wise people understand the security, the safeness, the essence. They understand the camouflage of quietness. Just silence. It says a lot. It says a whole lot. You don't have to speak to everybody you see. If I don't speak to you, you can't take no offense to me. I didn't say anything offensive to you. I didn't say anything questionable to you. I didn't say anything where they can say, oh, that's sexual harassment. Especially when you're around women. You got to know what to say on these jobs and things like that. You got to know what to say to these females. People in general, even these bitch-made men out here. You got to know what to say to them. You don't know what to tick a person off. You even giving your opinion about something to the wrong person, it can spark a riot. You know what I mean? Like right now, for instance, it's a lady. It's this white lady, right? She walking her golden retriever. I looked at her. I didn't say nothing to her. She went about her business. I'm sitting here making my video, minding my business. You start talking to everybody. See, you got more in common with a stranger by keeping that person a stranger. You know what you got in common with that person? You a stranger and he is a stranger. Keep it like that. That's your common ground. Keep it like that. That's HPB street smarts. What I'm giving you now is just street smarts to how to move about in this HPB realm. Keep it like that. He don't know you. What you and that stranger got in common? You know what y'all got in common? I don't know you. You don't know me. We're going to keep it like that. We don't need to talk to each other, to look at each other. We don't have to say anything to each other. Let's keep it like that. And truth be told, really, if you look at your day, half of the people that you spoke to today, let's be honest, Jax, you didn't really say any heartfelt words to them. Most of the people I spoke to today, it wasn't real heartfelt words. Let's say if you go to the store, you talk to the cashier, they just doing a bunch of formalities. Hi, thank you. Here goes your receipt. Next person in line, come to register 7. Register 3 is now open. It's just a bunch of computer program words that they say because they work at a job and they have to say it because it's a part of the job detail. Customer service, the door usher, walk you to your seat at the restaurant. Thank you. The waiter will be at your table. Would you like, are you ready to order now? But really, it's not real words. So what I'm saying is, you can dodge a lot of that excessive talking to people and just be at peace with yourself, man. When you're going out in nature, like me, just like me, I'm at a park bench, just sitting at the bench. I don't need nobody. I suggest people start doing this. After work, go to the park for about 3 hours. Just sit at the bench, read a book, get a sketch pad, or just start jotting down your ideas on paper. Do that. It's simple. Just enjoy life and just kiss the world goodbye. That's what I've done. And I'm still smiling at the world, kissing the world goodbye. Nothing to say. I've said all I had to say, right? We've explained all we needed to explain. That's why I haven't been posting as much videos lately. I'm gathering up a lot of more information to start back posting more rapidly. You know, in the meantime, my plan was to get everybody to go and subscribe to the Jaguars Up channel. But here lately, I've just been marinating and exercising what I've already been teaching and vibrating off of the knowledge that I already know. I don't need to do a lot of talking to people to do that. I'm out of this world. I'm done with this world, man. Only thing I got to say to them is shh. That's all I got left for them is shh. Quiet. Like I hear birds chirping up in the trees right now. You know, they in this world, right? Birds are in this world, correct? But guess what? They're not trying to solve the problems of the world. They living according to nature. If you living according to nature, that is problem solved. Now, what everybody else choose to do, that's on them. I've already solved the problems of the world. I already got the knowledge and the information. My problem is solved. What everybody else is doing, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. And that's why I say all the time, we not out here trying to Jag philosophy, one of the key components of the Jaguar philosophy is, I'm not out here trying to save people. That's not what it's about. I speak the information and let it do what it do. I'm not losing no sleep at night because people choose to be ignorant. That don't got nothing to do with me. And it shouldn't have anything to do with you. You know, I'm not out here to waste my breath over something that, number one, is way bigger than me, and number two, I'd rather talk to people on my level, you know, rather than wasting my breath on HPBs. I don't speak to HPBs. Have y'all noticed that? This channel is not geared to anyone except Jaguars. It's a Jaguars only channel. So peaceful out here, man. You don't need words to operate. Look at this universe. It's operating off of the laws of physics. The earth rotating and revolving around the sun. If everybody just shut up and just stayed quiet like this, you think the earth would stop revolving? No, it wouldn't. Would the earth stop would the earth stop rotating on its axis, and would it stop revolving around the sun if everybody just sat quiet? No, it wouldn't. So what is that telling you? That your words are unnecessary for life to exist. Words are not necessary. And half of the words people be saying, it doesn't mean anything. They doing a bunch of filler talk, filibustering about a bunch of nothing. And that's why I don't get into politics, Democrat, Republic, because look, they speak about the same stuff every 4 years. Nothing changes. It's a game. I'm not about to get caught up in that silly game when they already know that they're not really trying to change anything. Because if you really wanted to change something in this world, it's very easy. Just make everything freely accessible to all humans on the planet Earth. Just make everything freely accessible. There is an abundance for everybody to have more than enough. Plenty of food and fruit trees and land. I looked it up before, man. This world is so big that every single human on this planet could have an acre of land to themselves. And you don't even need an acre to live. That's just how big it is. So the problems in this world are artificial. They artificially create problems because the HPB realm, it's dependent upon egotism. So in order for evil to feel like it has accomplished something, it needs to put people down so people can look up to them. They have to have poor and rich because the HPB people, they egotistical. They can't live in a peaceful world because they don't have a soul. See, only people that have a soul and who are not materialistic, they can live in a peaceful world because they don't measure success in life based upon materialism and destroying the property of other people and ruling people and bragging about what they got. I got this car, I live in this mansion. See, these egotistical people who run this world, they do so based on the fact of creating a caste system. They need slaves to make them feel like masters. They're egotistical. They need a workforce labor environment. Because think about it. We live in this capitalistic, and I'm kind of getting off subject, so I'm going to end this video. I'm going to end it with this. We live in this capitalistic society. And when you think about it, Jax, half of the products and the things that they produce in this world, we can live without it. In all honesty, we can live without a cell phone. We can live without half of the things they create, over half of it. All of our ancestors were living without all of this technology. So why all of a sudden do we need all of this? You know why? Because of greed, and greed. Never satisfied. The sinful nature of man is never satisfied. Lust is never satisfied. Greed is never satisfied. Egotism is never satisfied. Oh, I want to be successful in life. That's never, even that I want to be successful thing, that's even an egotistical thing that can never be satisfied. And throughout history, it led to men of power never being satisfied, and then they wanted to create what? Empires. An empire means the person's ego grew from inside of themselves. The center of everybody's ego is inside of themselves, and that empire grew from the rotten core of some man, and it spread all across the world. His ego went from inside of him to outside of him and spread all throughout the world until they consumed the entire globe. And now, look, now they're trying to consume outer space. They debunk God. The ego is what created the atheist. The atheist, his ego is so big, he says there is no God. Because if there is a God, that means that there is a limit to my ego. My ego stops at the creator. There is no God. I'm greater than God. So as you see, that HPB, this world we live in, it's an evil entity, attitude. I don't even know what word to use, but it's an evil doctrine, man. And it's an evil way of thinking that can never be fulfilled. It's like a stomach that has a hole in it, and you feed it and you feed it, and the food just keep dropping through the hole. This HPB room, it's like a black hole, man. It sucks people into its intestines, and it's one way in and no way out. The only way out is through God himself and listening to this information that I'm telling you. This is the key to unlock the prison gate of the HPB realm so that you may be free. And with that, I'm gonna leave y'all with, this is Jaguars up, HPB's down. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. I think this is another classic video. I haven't did one of these heartfelt videos in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I think it was time to do one again. So with that, I am out, and this is Left Side of the Brain. Jaguars up, HPB's down. Signing out.